Welcome back to Twin Cities Live. You know, in life, there are always people who blaze their own trail forward. We like to highlight them here on this show. CEO and president of Blaze Credit Union, Dan Stoltz, he loves meeting those kinds of people. He probably finds them in the pasta aisle at the grocery store.
All of them. He knows everybody in town and the whole state. So once a month, he gets out his lasso. He lassos these trailblazers, and he brings them into our studio for a little segment. How are you doing?
That is a good intro, Ben. That's exactly what happens. But you know, we talk about trailblazers, and really the definition is someone that impacts and influences a great deal. And this guest I'm super excited about. So can I dig in with this?
Please.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to introduce to you Gable Steveson. Gable began his competitive wrestling career Apple Valley.
Woo, woo.
Four-time state champion for Apple Valley. His career was 210-3. As a top recruit, he continued his career as a Gophers. Gable earned 2 NCAA double championships, 4 Big Ten titles. He has the highest winning percentage. He's the only 5-time All-American Gopher wrestler. Listen to this. He won a gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics.
Big deal.
Yep. And in 2022, he won the Dan Hodge Trophy, which is the national award for top collegiate wrestler. But here's the cool thing. Just Friday night, I was there. Gable made his mixed martial arts debut as an impressive win, and really impressive, an exploding win in front of a crowd at Mystic Lake Casino. Ladies and gentlemen, UFC superstar Gable Steveson.
Bring him out.
Come on,
I gotta cheer you on.
Come on, Gable.
Come on.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Gable. What a great entrance. How are you? Yes.
You know,
Thank you
I
for
think
the
there's a
words.
sign
Thank
on
you for
this
the words.
door and even on the door on the way in, it says "Guns not permitted in this building."
Yes, I know.
So what are you doing? How did you get those in here?
You just look so good, Ben, that I had to show for you.
No, I feel shriveled right now.
You're the show. I'm just here for you.
Seriously, congratulations.
I
on
appreciate it.
everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was
Thank you.
watching the highlights of that MMA fight, and I'm just like, I don't know how you get in the
Crazy,
ring.
right?
Oh, I'd be
Crazy,
terrified.
right? Don't be.
Really?
You're not the one in there. I
I
am.
know. I'm afraid for you. Like, this is your
here we go.
differences in terms of like pivoting in your career, Gable, have been so interesting to me.
Wow.
How do you know what the next right thing is to do?
I think you just follow your heart, and like Dan said, you just trailblaze your own path. And ever since I joined, which they used to be Spire, now they're Blaze, it's just a one-of-a-kind feeling of being able to do so many things and being able to associate yourself with great people.
Yeah.
This guy is an animal in the octagon or on the mat. But I will tell you, the one thing that people don't see is off in society, this guy is donating. He's bringing bells with me. He's out working at Regents Hospital, bringing clothes for those in emergency units. So this heart and the compassion that Gable has for the state of Minnesota is really pretty awesome.
Yeah. What's the training like? How is it different from getting ready to, wrestle at the Olympics or a national title?
Or
in the
at
Olympics?
Apple Valley High School.
Or Apple Valley High School.
The best high school of all time.
Heck yeah.
I realize that. I can hear the song in my head.
I know.
But what's it like training for a wrestling match versus mixed martial arts, which is mixed martial arts? I mean, it's not
it's
just
mixed.
wrestling.
It's different.
How do you prepare for something like that?
You got to have some type of craziness in you. You know, when I went through the Olympics, it was every day. For a long, long time, you just do a lifelong just training of just beating guys up, and you got to beat yourself in the mental game. But fighting is so different, where you got to go out there and you're locked in a cage with a guy that wants to destroy you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got to destroy him first, and because he would do the same thing to you. And you got to think like that, because in this world, you got to be your own person, and there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want to take your spot, and you got to be ready to take them down and do your thing.
Okay, that competitive spirit, when did you realize that you really had a desire to win?
Oh, every single time.
Every single time.
When I was a kid.
Well, when you were a kid, yeah.
Yes, when I was a kid, my mom had my first wrestling shoes at 5 months. I couldn't even put them on. They were just this big, and I'm this little. And I was a big baby too, so that says a lot about that shoe. so I just had a desire to just go out there and just dominate and be Gable. You know, a lot of people don't want to be themselves when they're going out there. They try to imitate other people. I got my own style, I got my own flavor, and I want to be the best.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna ask you something that I am trying to implement in my kids and the kids that I coach on my kids' football team.
Yeah.
Is the ability to have this switch. You know, we all want these kids to be great kids, respectable kids off the field.
Yes.
And you are that off the field.
Appreciate it.
But what does it take to turn that switch on when you step inside of a ring, and then turn it off when you step out of the ring?
Yeah, the hardest part is turning it off.
Really?
But I think the biggest part about turning it on is that when you see somebody and you are going to go out there in a competitive mind, that like we just talked about, he is trying to take what you have. And I think about myself because, you know, I'm going to have a baby girl, and she's going to be due January 3rd. So, like,
congrats.
This baby has to eat. And that's how I think about it. And it's crazy to say, but you have to be the person that wants to go out there and do crazy things to live a crazy life. And I want to go places that people have never seen before.
Oh, wow.
And that's just how I think about it as.
You know, Benny, and I just want to lean into that. You know it from football. Elizabeth, you and I know it just from work and life. But the work that he puts in on the side, every day I call him, or when we talk, he's in the weight room or he's working out. So talk about that discipline, though, to get up and actually do that every day, right?
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it backstage, just being able to have a company and have a place where you can go, and you got to put your all into it. If you're not going to put your all into something, then why do it? Because there's always going to be someone that's working behind the scenes, that's working and with people that are great and want to be the person you are. So it's always been a mentality of showing up and being confident. And whenever he calls, I'm ready to go. But I'm also in there training and trying to get the best I can, because you don't have these guns for no reason.
That consistency is so important. I mean, I think just people think like, oh, I didn't want to go today, or if you're waiting to feel like you want to do it, you're never going to do anything.
You never, and there's someone in a hospital bed that can't do what I do.
I know.
There's someone that can't walk, that can't do what I do, and looks at me and is like, wow, Gable can go out there and be dominant. Gable can go out there and represent Blaze. Gable can go out there and come on Twin Cities Live. It's a big thing. You got to think about others while you're doing it.
Yeah, if you have the ability, you should do it.
Absolutely. So what's next? Obviously, you pummeled this guy. You probably didn't break a sweat, right?
I broke a sweat. I broke a sweat.
Okay, so you break a sweat.
Yes.
It didn't look like you took a physical toll.
No.
How quickly do you get back in the ring, and then what's the next fight? What's the next steps for you?
I would love to get it back in there as fast as possible. You know, a couple promotions reached out that want me to come, and just hopefully I can get an opponent, and hopefully I can go out there and dominate once again. Like, I don't want to look too far and say, hey, he's going to be UFC champion. Man, I'm 1-0, trying to be 2-0. We take this baby steps, and it's a new thing. I've jumped the gun on a lot of things. I want to go crazy places, but you gotta take them baby steps.
Oh gosh, Gable,
you're doing
the
great.
pride of Apple Valley.
Yeah?
What a spot!
The greatest.
Unbelievable.
The greatest school of
they
all
got
time.
Yes, it's true. They got every fast food fried chicken thing you could ask for in Apple Valley, and you got Gable.
They got Gable.
We could go. We could meet there. Thanks, Dan.
You bet.
Well, I
Great
appreciate
job.
it. Great taking you guys. Yes,
Really
nice to see you.
fun.
Thank you.
All right, show your maroon and gold pride with an exclusive Blaze University of Minnesota Alumni Association Visa, debit, or credit card. Learn more or apply at blazecu.com. We have the link for you on twincitieslive.com.
Okay.